Guys, so this is gonna be a bit of a quick one because I don't know if you can tell, but I am not not okay right now. But that's nothing new for me. I figured I'll give streaming a try regardless. But what I wanted to talk about today is something I know I did a video on a while back. Um, but I ended up unruining her, and now we're back with it. Lumiricia is probably the best early game Nat 4 you could possibly pull. Now here's why. When I first started playing this game, everybody wanted Chow reps. Everyone. Like, it was the only thing anybody wanted to get their hands on. Now, there's a reason for that. Chow was a Nat 5 who could solo Dragons B10. Or, at least the boss stage. What people didn't seem to realize was Lumiricia can do it on spare runes. So, with the worst Violent Revenge build I could possibly put on... Why are they all just targeting her? I'm trying to let everything else die. With the worst possible build, you can still make her solo as long as she's on Violent Revenge. It works. And I'm trying to let everything die real quick so I can show you. So you'll note, there's no Vero on this team. It's just straight damage for the sole purpose of letting everything die. I'm trying to let things die, Haney. I don't want to auto it. Can you please, the one time I want the dragon to one-shot something, he just won't. There it goes. Okay, so Theo should go down now. There he goes. Now we'll waste Lumi's heal on herself. Alright. Now she can do it from start. Like, left, right, center. But watch just how quickly she takes it down, I think, is the part that impresses me. But garbage runes on her. Like, I am disgusted with the build on this poor Sylphid. But she does it. I mean, she gets really close sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little nerve-wracking to watch. But if you don't have the capabilities of clearing, I mean, this is definitely a way to go. A way to go. Not a good way to go, but a way to go. Look at this. Just tearing him up. I think she's got like 160 speed on her. Oh no, no, why Lumi? Okay, her AI derped. We'll try it again. But let me show you the runes on her first. Just so you can see, this is 100% attainable. Like, garbage everything. And she's just so cute. Like, 5-star runes. Almost every slot, I think. Yeah, just the one 6-star rune. And that was an accident. But, I mean, nothing in the way of subs. Like, horrible, horrible runes. Let me see if we can do this. It's a little easier with the Vertihile lead. I was just trying to show the attainability of it. She does it about 9 times out of 10, if you get her there. And we're just gonna auto it. I've got to make some soup, because I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like shit. Ouch. Alright, there we go. Come on, kill him. Oh, why, Lumi? I didn't want you to heal him. How am I lately? I am sick as always. That's how I am lately. I should have a job interview tomorrow at a vape shop. That should be fun. Gotta max that credit card tower, huh? Alright, there goes Galley. I don't want them to, yeah, whatever. They're just gonna go. Okay, no, because it's just gonna end up clearing as is, and I don't want that. I want Lumi to 1v1 the dragon. There goes Sig. It's a start. We're gonna blow the healing breeze on myself. Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously. Man, now the tower's done. Didn't want that. And okay, speaking of quad procs, damn. Less impressive, but here we go. Now Lumi should 1v1 the dragon. Now, the one thing I will suggest is maybe don't max skill the second skill, but she does need that third skill to be maxed out. And I mean, not even that slow either. Like, 230 and I autoed half of it trying to die. We're just gonna full auto it, because I want you to see what happens when you don't let anything die by the boss tower. The problem, I think, is I have fairly high rune quality on everything else here. So it doesn't work quite as well. I did. My first DB10 was, you know what, we're gonna quit this run. I'm gonna show you guys what my first DB10 run was. I didn't have any of that. We were going Vero Bella. Who else did I run? I think it might have been Beretta, actually. The only non-attainable monster here, I think, is Lumiricia, and she just tears through that boss. Like, it's great. But for whatever reason, they just love targeting her. Like, there's two fire monsters, a light and a dark here. The only one you're not efficient in attacking is the water monster. So let's all target her. Guess that's just this game's AI, huh? Now, you do have to go left, right, center with this, though. I ended up getting my Lumi up to like 190 speed on Vio at one point and running the Vertihile lead, and then I could go right center. But Vero has to survive until you drop that immunity tower. If he doesn't, you wipe. Also, if you run a tank Vertihile instead of the damage Verde that I have, I think you'll be a much higher consistency in your run, for sure. Just cruising on along. And I'll show you the runes I have on mine after this run's over, so you can kind of match up. You obviously don't need quite as high rune quality, but pretty close shouldn't be too hard, because I do not have my best runes on these monsters by any means. Alright, so Vertihile dies, but that's fine. He was just a damage dealer at this point. I mean, yeah, he causes a little bit of turn acceleration, but other than that, not really all that useful at this point. We're running off mainly just the dots. Because the HP and the defense on these towers is just astronomical. So if you can just dot them to death, it's a method. It works. Now the problem I run into with running Beretta, though, I think, is that second skill. Yeah, Theo would be ideal. Actually, you're probably going to want to shoot for not getting Theo, because I started off with Theo, and then I got another Theo, and then I got another Theo, and I have yet to pull any of the other Ifrits at all. Kind of sucks. I've kind of given up at this point. Okay, I'm a little afraid she's going to Healing Breeze the Beretta. Yep, and now Lumi goes down as it the only healer. Oh, this might be sketch. And the turbulence didn't land. Oh, there we go. All right. See, look, like she gives you heart attacks, but it works. And here she goes, just soloing on her own again. Like, easy to build team. I mean, it's a 4-minute clear, but see, I'd rather Tessa at this point. Like, I don't personally need a mirror. I've got 2 Lucians, a Sierra, and a Taurus. I've got a lot of Wind Nuke, but I really need the Oblivion for TOA hard. But yeah, so runes on that team. Let's see here. We had Vertihile. I mean, not all that fast. It's pretty slow, actually, and only 90% crit rate. Obviously, if he was tanky, it would have been a slightly more consistent clear. We wouldn't have failed out that first time when we first started the video, which is great. Great first impression for anybody who's new here. Where's Beretta? Oh, there he is. We passed him. Now the 182 speed, that is a little bit faster than I think is needed, but it's helpful. Yeah, he's definitely very, very overpowered. So yeah, Beretta, nothing too overpowered here. Like, pretty basic runes. I mean, that one's pretty nice, not gonna lie. I like that rune a bit. And I mean 15 speed on that one as well, but if I had any speed at all on the rest of them, or if that was a 6-star, or if it was maxed even at the star it's at, you really don't need the 15 speed or the 11 speed. Like, the pretty basic Giants runes, like, they drop. You could get these off B7, theoretically, if you farmed enough. Who else did we have here? We had Vero and Bella. So here's my Bella, also on Violent, but on Broken, I think just for the speed and the resistance. Because his resist was super, super low, and he was just taking dots. But again, you don't need the 188 speed. I think in my first clear team, he only had, like, 150 speed on Violent, which, again, that's That's giant, or that's Dragon's B7. Throw them on Swift, it's a lot easier to get. And then here is my Veramos. Yeah, Atomic, I got dressed just for you, buddy. Sorry, I'm making soup because I'm sick as hell. So here's the Vero. 190 speed, which is just pretty fast for Violent, considering if you're talking about just a first clear team. But again, another thing you can just have on Swift. You ruined that Vero. Don't give me that Vero's defense is low. But this is the important thing. This is what we came here to talk about. 170 speed, I think, personally, is probably the minimum in order to do this. You also need at least 20,000 HP. Hua and Chilling are great, but they're very... You need to have really great runes on them. But, Violent Lumi, you need 170 speed. Bare minimum, please. 40% accuracy is going to be what you're shooting for, because anything less than that, you're not going to be sticking your dots often enough, and even now, I do have a couple of problems. Moving to resistance there, that 30% is very low, but with her third skill, having added that cleanse, like, this is after I was doing this. She got this buff after I was doing this. So she's better now. Having that cleanse, it is way, way easier to make her do it. Like, they just handed us DB10. Now, still though, you do not want to have less than 30% resistance. If every single dot sticks, you still run the chance of her failing out. I like the Revenge set because when it comes down to her 1v1ing the boss, it does speed the run up just a little bit. Just because every time she takes a hit, she counterattacks, lands another 3-turn dot. Remember that. That's a 3-turn dot, which is awesome. But, again, she still needs that skill out in order to make that work. The only one I wouldn't worry about maxing out is that second skill. But, if you want to use her as a Theo counter or a Perna counter, it's still viable. Defense, not really too much to worry about there. Obviously, if you can shoot for around 1,000, it's gonna help her not get one shot if she accidentally tags a tower. Which really should not happen because she doesn't do enough damage, but in the unlikely event, it's a nice safety net to have. Attack, defense, or attack, crit rate, crit damage, try to avoid those, to be honest with you, because they're just wasted stats on her. But, other than that, I think that's all I really had to say about her. I was just excited to find out she could still do it on these crappy spare runes. Because, like, before, I had to throw some pretty crazy stuff on her, for me anyways, at the time. But that was 2 years ago. It's a big change for me. But if you're shooting for a first-time clear on dragons and you happen to have Lumiricia and a lot of Sylphids to feed into her, I would definitely think about the option. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Stay in school, stay out of drugs, and we'll catch you later. If you're new here, drop a like, drop a subscribe. If you're not, drop a like anyways. Catch you guys later.